Hello, Dan Olds here. We're at ASC 2023 and we're doing a bit of a deep dive into some of the applications that the students will be doing. And we're really fortunate here to have Dr. Linfeng Zhang, who is the developer of DeepMD, which is one of the applications the students are right now at this moment struggling with. So tell us a little about yourself.
Okay, hello, I'm Linfeng, and I just graduated from Princeton University 3 years ago, and I developed DeepMD with my two advisors, Weinan E and Roberto Carr at Princeton in 2017, and then I think it quickly became very popular in the fields of computational chemistry and also material science because it accelerated a lot.
Not just a lot.
Maybe
tell them how much it accelerated.
Maybe orders of magnitude.
Orders of magnitude.
Yeah, and
yes.
The ab initio calculation of atomic systems. So it just learns the energy and forces from expensive first principle calculations, and then with deep neural networks, and then use this neural network model to predict energy and forces, making it computationally feasible for much larger size and longer time simulations. And that's maybe
that's
it.
The thing.
Yeah,
and this is one of the first AI accelerated molecular dynamics routines out there, isn't it?
I would not say it's the first methodology, but maybe I would say it should be the one which became quickly very popular because not only the methodology but also the computational, the software implementations and also the maybe HPC accelerations makes it possible and user-friendly. And I think all these integrated efforts are very important.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So what do you have the students doing right now? What's their challenge?
I would say maybe there are twofold kind of challenges. One is just to compile the, understand what it is doing, and it's a bit a hybridized version of AI and HPC calculations. Mm-hmm. So for AI, it takes ab initio data from ab initio calculations, okay. The configurations of water, microscopic configurations of some matter and their energy and forces.
So they've been given a data set.
Yes,
then.
yes,
okay.
and you have to train the model first, and after training, you use the obtained model to perform simulations. But the difference from typical AI job is that the model is not just used for inference for like normal data set, but mm-hmm. actually for each time step of the simulation, it gives the system a feedback of the energy and forces and drive the system to
which goes into the neural net
and
is being used to calculate and predict.
Yes, yes, and that part is actually very much similar to a normal molecular simulation in scientific computation. Yeah.
But until it goes into the neural network, that's the part that's a departure.
The inference part. Originally, it should be like electronic structure methods, and it's replaced by deep neural networks.
So the first thing is to get it going.
Yes, yes.
And then what's the second part?
Yeah, definitely optimization under certain constraints, right? So in terms of both training and inference, there are like all the common features of AI and HPC tasks, and also some special features, and you have to take care of that and optimize against several targets, and that's why we are here.
Yeah. How long will it take to train the model, do you think?
It depends on the task. So basically, for the tasks today, I think it definitely is affordable, and also it should be not that hard for students to obtain the model. But normally, if the system is, the more complicated the system is, the more challenging for training the model. But for typical applications, it takes like maybe 12 or a couple of GPU hours to train it. Only for a specific system.
So for today, then, I think most of the students are running between 6 and 8 GPUs.
Yes, yes, and they are getting, actually for their challenges it's even simpler, so maybe they can make it even faster.
Okay, because they don't have all day.
Yeah,
this.
sure,
They don't have
sure,
an
sure.
awful
And they
long
have
time.
multiple tasks, not only DeepMD, so we are taking full consideration of that. Yeah.
So, given the base case, let's say they get it compiled, they get it running, and they start the task, what I'm trying to get a sense of is what you think the optimization target is. If they're starting down here, how much of a speed up do you think they can get? And by the way, they won't see this video or hear it until after the competition's over.
Yeah, I would say there are several constraints, and I would say it's really a balance of accuracy and efficiency. Let me just and one more story behind my interaction with this competition is actually in 2020. After all this releasing of the software package and 3 or 4 years of community practice, actually the software became quite popular, and we after training we optimized the code on the whole Summit cluster, and we got the Golden Bell Prize of that year. And that's actually my background.
I should have mentioned that's a huge achievement.
I would say, and I would say it's, in my view, it was the first time that we integrate just deeply AI and also physical models and put it in on HPC clusters and push it to the limit. And actually, I myself am not from the background of HPC, but actually I'm a student in applied math or mathematical department of Princeton, and I have a background of math and physics, but just magically I came to collaborate and also I think work hard with people in HPC. So what I realized was that actually it really depends on the objective. So for example, if you want to just achieve like a large percentage of like flops, then actually you simply make the neural network larger, right? Because that takes the most part of the computational cost. However, so actually if you want to just balance the accuracy and the computational cost, actually it has to be made smaller. It's just small enough to be as most efficient as possible, but also large enough to fit the data. Yeah, to be accurate. And that's a balance. So I would say then to make it more concise, I would say it's to, under the constraint that you reach the accuracy requirement of the network in terms of like property calculations.
So you've given them an accuracy target they have to hit.
Yes, and under the constraint of that, and also not only just the accuracy of the energy and forces from directive fitting, but also from some easy but also important tasks for really computing the physical property of the system. And then given that, and also given the constraint of the energy cost, right? And given all these constraints, then we optimize the performance, in terms of the all these HPC optimization objectives, and that's something tricky, but I think important.
So they have to hit accuracy. Then are they judged on how long it takes the process to go?
Then it is. Yes. Okay. Then under the constraint that
under the constraints of the power.
Definitely, because definitely you can just, if you don't consider the accuracy, you can make the neural network very small, right?
Fast.
Then it can be very, and you make the interaction cutoff radius for the interaction very small, and that also improves the efficiency. But then it makes.
But at the cost of accuracy.
And it has to be useful first, and then,
of course. So, getting back to the earlier question, what sort of speed up are you expecting to see from them?
Maybe I would say, let me tell you a story. But I'm not sure. I think there's a chance of really a lot of speed ups, but depending on how we
well
see the
problem.
Yes. But it also takes some effort. Actually, I would say it's very much similar to the trend of typical AI industry. After we prove that the model is very useful, and then there are typical large rooms for optimizations, and even after the Gordon Bell Prize work, actually there's a large amount of the computation of that work, of that model, of that version, it actually happens in a part that embed the local chemical environment in the descriptor matrix. And that's called embedding neural network. And the embedding part are one-dimensional functions. So after optimization, we can just use tabulations to further make the computational
streamline things.
Yes, yes.
Quicker. Okay.
Yeah, and that makes it one order of magnitude faster. But actually, in the training stage, the construction of the neural network are typically important for optimization. It makes optimization easier. But after training, you can still do some tabulation works and also some other works to improve the efficiency. But that's some high, I would say maybe that takes some effort.
Some time and some
and also you have to realize that that's the essential part. And so I have to say that's something like, that's the room for like optimization or for like one order of magnitude improvement, but that's not what I'm expecting.
Not expecting.
That's too much, but I would say that's like something to
something to shoot for.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
But would you say they might be able to double the efficiency of it from their base case from the beginning?
Maybe yes. So yeah, I think but I think they're not listening. But maybe by properly. So first, it's a matter of improving keeping the accuracy, but making the cost smaller from like simply neural network size or something, right? But that's something to consider. But I'm not sure.
So basically, go with this. Configure the smallest problem you can while maintaining the accuracy.
Yes. That's something like not typical considerations from HPC, but
no, it's not.
It has, but overall, it's important, right? So, and that's something.
But there are huge increases available from doing that.
Yes.
Getting the problem size
and
small.
in terms of optimization, I would say it depends on the hardware or the hardware. They are considering the configuration, and I'm not sure. It depends. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yes, and there are definitely some things, not normal, but just something to consider, like kernel confusion or things like that. But I'm not sure the students will do that or not. They
might not. Yeah,
they might not have enough time for that. I guess.
No. But it sounds like it's going to be pretty exciting. I'm getting ready to go out on the show floor and walk around and see how they're doing with it. But that'll be interesting times.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time in explaining all this, and great job on the Gordon Bell Prize and on all of your success with the program. It's been great, and we're starting to see it come up in our surveys as well. So good job.
Thank you.
And thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.